Hello, it's me, your favorite sister here. I'm back. I've missed you so much. Why haven't you come to visit me for the past 5 years? Alexa, since when did you get out of prison? I thought the court sentenced you to 7 years for using an illegal gun to rob a jewelry store and injuring a police officer. How did you get out of prison so early? And how do you know my phone number? Oh, it's true that you've never been to prison, so you have no experience. All I had to do was pretend to be obedient in prison, so those idiots would let me out soon. I just arrived at our parents' house, but that old lady refused to give me her phone number. So I had to steal her phone to get your new number and address. And I'm at your door right now. Whoa. You finally have a pink house with the garden you've always dreamed of, like when you were a kid. What do you want? Why do you come back to find me? Get out of here before my neighbors see you. Oh, whoa, you've changed, Betty. You used to be a weak, crying child who always did what I said back in the old days. But now you've become a bit of a disrespectful brat. I think I'll need to re-educate you, little sister. So, where is the key? Get out of my property or I will call the police. Where would my stupid Betty hide the house keys? Is it under the rose plant that you still love? I knew it. I won't allow you to step into my house, especially after the psychological damage you caused me as a child. Why do you even have to come back here? To disturb and harm me again? Oh, come on. Don't be so grumpy. Haven't you let go of the past? It was just a childish joke. Why do you have to be so vindictive? Childish joke? I was only 7 years old back then, while you were 16. You were old enough to know better. I still remember the day vividly. You took me to the clothing store right after I finished school. Naively, I thought at the time you finally liked me and allowed me to hang out with you. But in the end, it turned out I was just a tool for you to use to steal things. Oh, come on. You really enjoyed hiding things in your bags. Don't be ashamed. Almost everybody stole something when they were a kid. No, I didn't steal anything. You said you wanted to put the clothes in my backpack because your hands were tied, and I agreed. Then I saw you talk about something with the cashier, so I thought you'd paid the bills already, and then you urged me to run out of the store. I had no idea what you were doing until we left and the alarm went off. And when the security guard found the items in my bag, you blamed me and said I was the shoplifter, and you didn't know anything. I never said I paid for the clothes, so technically I wasn't lying because you were an accomplice. And you're my little sister. You wouldn't be heartless enough to leave your sister behind when the police took me away, right? Plus, you were just a kid back then. And if they knew that you stole anything, nothing too bad would have happened. Are you kidding me? You left me at the store, and I was there for hours. I was crying the whole time, and I didn't even know what was going on. When they told our parents, they were so disappointed in me. They grounded me for months. The worst part was that my friends at school found out about it, and no one wanted to play with me anymore. I felt isolated throughout my entire high school years. I was traumatized by the whole experience. It's been years, but I still can't forget about what happened. I lost my innocence that day, and I've never fully recovered from it. Hey, I got it. Listen, I'm sorry that you had to go through all of that. But you have to understand that I was just a teenager back then, and I didn't know any better. I'm sorry for getting you involved, but I never meant things to turn out that way. I understand how you feel, and I'm sorry for what I put you through. But we can't change the past. All we can do is move forward and try to make things right. Oh, no. Don't try to fool me again with your sweet words. 5 years ago, you returned home after leaving the house for 3 years with your boyfriend. You used sweet words and promised to change to fool our parents, but what happened in the end? You drugged the entire family with sleeping pills and called your accomplices to steal all our money and valuables. One of them even tried to assault me. Luckily, I woke up in time and screamed for the attention of the neighbors so I could protect myself. Come on. Nothing happened to you in the end. Think of it like being bitten by a wild dog. Don't overreact. I can't believe you would talk to me like that. You're really heartless. We're not sisters anymore. Just stay away from me. No, that's not what I mean. I apologize for being quick to anger and using harsh words. My time in prison has had a negative effect on my behavior, and I am sorry for any hurtful things I may have said. Betty, I know what I did in the past was wrong, and I'm truly sorry for the pain and trauma I caused you. Please, can we talk about this and try to work things out? I don't want to hear it, Alexa. You can't just apologize and expect me to forgive you for what you did. You ruined my life and caused so much pain to our family. Do you know that our parents constantly face discrimination and are scolded by our neighbors whenever they pass our house? They believe that our parents failed to teach their children values, especially since both of their daughters had been involved in stealing. It's even worse because you had to go to jail for it. Even now, our parents still live in shame because of your actions. I understand that I can never fully understand what you went through, but I promise you that I have changed. I'm not the same person that I was back then. I want to make it up to you and do whatever it takes to earn your forgiveness. It's too late for that, Alexa. You had your chance to make things right, but you chose to hurt our family instead. I don't want anything to do with you anymore. Please just leave and never come back. I understand your anger and frustration, Betty, but please, can we just try to work things out? I know it won't be easy, but I'm willing to do whatever it takes to make amends for my past actions. No, Alexa. I can't trust you anymore. You've broken my trust too many times. Please just go and leave me alone. No, Betty. Actually, I've always regretted my past actions, so I came in here today to apologize to you. And I even brought along a friend for you. Do you remember, Mr. Fluffy? Of course I remember. You burned my favorite teddy bear right in front of me when we were kids. Actually, I just wanted to scare you. When you walked away crying, I immediately put out the fire and felt incredibly sorry for what I had done. But at the time, I was too childish to say sorry to you. I've kept Mr. Fluffy with me all these years, and every time I see it, I'm reminded of the mistake I made. It torments me, but it also motivates me to make things right and fix all my past mistakes after being released from prison. You still have Mr. Fluffy with you all the time? Yes, Betty, and I brought him here for you. I'm truly sorry. I promise to make it up to you and do whatever it takes to earn your forgiveness. Then, fine. I don't know if there's anything you can do to make up for what happened, but I appreciate that you're willing to try. Maybe you can start by apologizing to our parents and making things right with them. And I think it's important for you to acknowledge the impact this has had on my life and take responsibility for it. You're right. I should talk to our parents and apologize to them for what happened. And I'll do whatever I can to support you and help you move forward from all emotional damage. I know I can't change the past, but I'm willing to do whatever it takes to make things right between us. Thank you for saying that. It means a lot to me. I don't think I'll ever fully forgive you for what happened, but I'm willing to try and move on from this. And I hope we can work towards rebuilding our relationship as sisters. Thanks, Betty. I won't let you down. However, I'm currently without a place to stay. Would it be possible for me to stay at your house for a few days? Perhaps it would be more convenient for you to stay in a hotel room instead. I have a lot of work to do, and I'm not sure if I can provide you with the proper attention and care while you stay with me. Oh, don't worry about it. I can take care of myself. Staying at a hotel can be expensive, and living together could bring us closer, right? Then, okay. You can live with me for just a few days. Yay! Thank you, Betty. I'll get inside right now. And I will cook dinner today. So get home earlier. Okay, I will. Hey, Betty. You're up and out early. Did you leave the house already this morning? It's only 11. Yeah, I had to get to work early today. And speaking of which, Alexa, you've been staying here for 3 days now. Are you planning to leave soon, or at least find something productive to do? The house could use a little cleaning, and I think it's time for you to start looking for a job. Oh, please don't nag me. I came here to be your sister, not a maid. And I did cook for you on the first day I arrived. Remember? I opened a can of stewed beans and made you a plate of ham and bread. I'm not lazy, Betty. Sure, you cooked a meal that even a child could make, but that doesn't mean you get to lounge all day doing nothing. And can you please clean your room? It smells terrible every time I walk past. You don't have to be so harsh, Betty. Just cover your nose if it bothers you that much. And I'm not going anywhere. I quite like it here and plan to stay for a while. No, you can't. You said you were only staying here until you found your own place. Well, that was the plan, but there's a problem. I don't have any money, so unless you're willing to pay for my housing, food, and shopping expenses, I'll have to stay here for a bit longer. I'm not going to pay for you, Alexa. You're 35 years old and need to take responsibility for yourself. You can't just rely on others to take care of you. And didn't the people from the Happiness Foundation offer to help you find a job? You should contact them. Ugh, those idiots. They won't be able to help me. And besides, I don't know what I'm good at, except for taking things that don't belong to me. But I can't do that anymore, can I? Especially not with my record of theft and robbery. Well, you need to figure something out. You can't just lie around all day like this. And I'm going on a business trip next week, so you need to start being more responsible. Wait, you're going on a trip? That's perfect! I'll stay here and take care of the house for you. Actually, I already hired a housekeeper and cleaning service to take care of everything while I'm gone. Come on, Betty. Let me do it instead. I can do it for half the price they're charging you, and I'll make sure everything is perfect. I don't know, Alexa. You haven't exactly been trustworthy lately. I swear I've changed, Betty. Just give me a chance to prove it to you. Fine, you can take care of the house for a week while I'm gone. Great! When do you leave? In 2 days. Perfect! I'll take care of everything. You can count on me, sis. All right, I trust you. I have to get back to work now, though. Talk to you later. Alexa, what happened here? The house is a mess. Why did you disappear without cleaning up? What does it look like happened here? You left me alone for a week without any money. What did you expect? And why do you even care, Betty? You didn't want me here in the first place. I left you with food and a roof over your head, Alexa. I did want you here, but you have to take responsibility and clean up after yourself. Responsibility? You don't know the meaning of the word. You were never there for me when I needed you, and now you expect me to clean up your mess? I'm not your servant, Betty. I have my own life to live. My mess? This is your mess, Alexa. You said you would take care of the house while I was away. The living room is cluttered with empty takeout containers, crumpled up papers, and clothes strewn everywhere. The kitchen sink was overflowing with dirty dishes, and there was a foul smell emanating from the garbage can. The bathroom was in even worse shape, with towels and toiletries scattered about and the toilet unflushed. Oh, sorry for not being a perfect little housekeeper for you, Betty. Maybe I would be more motivated if you paid me like you pay those cleaning services. I paid you, Alexa, and this is what I get in return? What did you do to my room? It's a disaster. And what about all my stuff that's missing? What stuff? My jewelry, my laptop, my credit cards, they're all gone. I don't know what you're talking about. Maybe you should check your own pockets before accusing me of stealing. You can't be serious. I trusted you, Alexa. How could you do this to me? Whatever, Betty. Anyway, I've already left that ugly house. Leaving? Where are you going? None of your business. I'm sick of this house, sick of you, and sick of this whole situation. Alexa, what have you done? I just got a call from the real estate agent saying you sold my house without permission? How could you do something so reckless and irresponsible? You were naive to trust me in the first place, Betty. I'm a thief, remember? It's what I do. Oh, come on. Don't be so dramatic, Betty. I did you a favor. Your sister is struggling with payments. And I'm broke. So I know you're really worried about me. But now you don't have to worry about it anymore. I have the money from the sale and can move on with my life without bothering you. A favor? I didn't ask for this. My house was not even on the market. And now I have to deal with the problems you caused, all because of your selfish actions. Selfish? You're the one always thinking about yourself. What about me? I needed the money to start a new life. I'm tired of being a criminal, always looking over my shoulder. This was my chance to start fresh. You could have talked to me about it, Alexa. We could have found a different solution together. But instead you went behind my back and made a deal without my knowledge or consent. And what? You would have said no? You would have stopped me from getting all the money I needed? I don't think so. You've always been too afraid to displease others, Betty. That's why you're still stuck in misery and let me be the scapegoat. You don't know anything about me, Alexa. And don't you dare try to make me feel guilty for not wanting to break the law or betray my friend's trust. You're the one always taking shortcuts and hurting people to get what you want. Oh, please, spare me the moral lecture. You're no better than me. You just hide behind your so-called good deeds and your honesty. But in reality, you're just as selfish and dishonest as I am. That's not true. I can't believe this. I never should have let you into my house. You crossed the line, Alexa. I trusted you, and you took advantage of me. I will not stand for this. I will sue you for fraud, selling my property without my permission, and falsifying documents. What? Sue me? No, you can't do that. I am your sister. You can't send me to prison one more time. I'm sick of it. That's not my business. You betrayed my trust, and I will not let you get away with it. You will pay for what you've done. Oh, please. You're just mad because you fell for my little scheme. You're the one who let me into your house in the first place. You should have known better than to trust someone like me. I can't believe I ever thought of you as my sister. You're nothing but a criminal, and I want nothing to do with you ever again. You will pay for everything you have done to me. Wait, you're serious? Oh, no. Betty, please don't do this. I'm sorry for what I did. I know it was wrong, and I regret it. I was in a bad place and thought selling the house was the only way out. But I realize now that I was wrong and should have never done it. It's too late for apologies now, Alexa. You not only sold my house without my permission, but you've also put me in a terrible position many times. I gave you a chance, but you destroyed it yourself. I have to protect myself and my property. I'm sorry, Alexa, but I have to take legal action. I understand that, Betty. I messed up big time, but I'm willing to make it right. I'll do whatever it takes to make things right. Just please don't sue me. I don't have any money to pay for a lawyer, and I don't want to end up in jail one more time. I don't know what to do, Alexa. You really put me in a tough spot. I trusted you, and you betrayed that trust. I don't think I can just forgive you and move on. I understand, Betty. I don't expect you to forgive me right away, but please give me a chance to make it right. I'll do whatever it takes to make things right again. I'll get a job and pay you back for what I did. I promise. Alexa, I can't let you continue to hurt others like this. You need to take responsibility for what you've done and confess to the authorities. If you do, you'll be able to relieve yourself of the guilt and start making amends for your actions. No! You're a hypocrite! You are so cruel! Do you want to kill your sister? You're a bitch! After the confrontation with me, Alexa realized the gravity of her actions and decided to flee the city. However, her attempts to escape were in vain as the police caught her a few days later. She was charged with multiple counts of fraud and was sentenced to 10 years in prison. And I was devastated by the betrayal of my sister. I decided to sell my house and move to a new city to start afresh. With time, I found it in my heart to forgive Alexa, but I never forgot the lessons learned from the painful experience. I am more careful with the people I allow into my life and have become more vigilant in protecting myself and my assets. Although the situation had been a traumatic experience for me, it has also been a wake-up call for me. I learned to trust my instincts and to be cautious when dealing with others. I had a newfound appreciation for the importance of surrounding myself with trustworthy individuals. I had vowed never to let anyone